Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Eman here from the C-List of Villains podcast, and today, not just a mail call, but I'm also talking to you guys about my comic book day picks that I've had over the last couple of weeks. I'm really behind, and I think some of you guys know how far behind I am. So this is what this video is. It's a Christmas Day, new comic book day, mail call haul video for 2021 Christmas Day. Merry Christmas to you, comic fam. I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday season. This is December 25th. I am recording this on Christmas Day, so I'm hoping that the kids got everything they want. I'm hoping that the future wives and future husbands got what they want. I'm hoping that grandma, grandpa, nana, mom, dad, everyone got exactly what they want, and hopefully all of that was filled with nothing but smiles and long-lasting memories, because the last couple of years have been, let's not lie, they've been really tough. But you know what, man, there's so many things that have made us happy over the last year. I know a lot of us collectors are real happy with what we've got, and you know what, let's just go ahead and start sharing some of this, because this is what we need. A lot of us need this as an out. I'm not even gonna lie, I kind of need this as an out, so that way I can share with you guys what I got. I just want to share. I really want to do that, and it makes me happy to make these videos. All right, so continue to watch, and you know what, like I tell you guys all the time before we get started, do me a favor, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, so that way you guys get notified anytime I drop any one of these new videos. I don't even know what to start. I can start with my comic book hauls, or I can start with my mail calls, and I don't know. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna start with the comic book day hauls. I'm not gonna say new comic book day hauls, because this is a haul. This is a couple of hauls that I've done over the last few weeks, and I didn't get a chance to share what I picked up, I want to say a couple of weeks ago with you guys. And also I went ahead and picked up some books on Thursday, my birthday on the 23rd. Happy birthday to me. But yeah, these are some of the books that I went ahead and picked up on Thursday, the 23rd, so a day after new comic book day. And honestly, not everything in here came out last week. Matter of fact, some of this stuff came out probably about a month ago. So I'm going to share with you guys exactly what I ended up getting, what I'm reading. These are actually my readers. These are the ones I told my comic book shop that, hey, look, you know, guys, I'm gonna have to dial it back a little bit. Christmas season's here, certain books I can get. So everything in here I'm actually reading, and I really want to keep up with. So you know what, do me a favor, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about these books that I'm about to dive right back into. What did you think about the stories? I know some of these are mid-season, not enders, but there's like a pause in the mid-season. There's a couple of these are ridiculous. There's one in here. It's a whole new storyline with a whole new creative team. So let me get things going right here. So I haven't read it yet. The Nice House on the Lake, number 6. This is supposed to be the mid-season finale. I think we're going to be waiting until March for the final 6 issues. So I wonder what James Tynion IV has in store for us with this, because I've absolutely loved The Nice House on the Lake. It's been one of the best reads of the year, and I can't even really tell you what's my favorite read of the year at this moment. Definitely The Nice House on the Lake has been one of the most fantastic and fascinating books out there. So if you're not reading it, jump on it or wait for the trade, one of the two. Either way, get your hands on one, because this is a great read right here. I thought this ended, but it didn't. The Out of Body. Out of Body. This is written by Peter Milligan with art from Inaki Miranda and colors by Ava De La Cruz. Rarely do I bring up colors, but Ava De La Cruz and Inaki Miranda, as you guys know, are part of the creative team behind We Live, and Ava's coloring in We Live is fantastic, and I believe that she's doing a pretty good job right here in Out of Body also. So I thought this issue ended with number 4, but I guess not. So there's number 5, and I'm gonna continue on with this story. This is a little weird. It's more drama really than really having, it's an out of body experience, but it's like, hey, who's trying to kill me? And wait, I loved her, he loved her, and what's going on? And it turned into more of a bigger love story than I expected it to be. But you know what? Let's see. I'm on it for the ride and see what happens. Eat the Rich, number 5. Okay. The first 3 issues were pretty good and intriguing. That 4th issue was a little wonky to me. So talk to me, let me know what you guys think. I think this is the final issue. I haven't done like my homework in a while, so I don't know what's ending, what's beginning, what's the new storyline, if this is the final issue of this series. But I know this was supposed to be a mini series, so let's see what goes on with that. I don't know if this is the conclusion or if this is just going to lead it to something else, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, the first 3 issues were pretty intriguing. That issue number 4, a little weird to me. Radiant Black number 11. Okay, hold on. I think I put these out of order here because I have also, let me look through this. Here we go. All right. Now I've read some of these. I just haven't shared them with you guys yet. But here's Radiant Black number 10 and Radiant Black number 9. So I have 9, 10, and 11. So I haven't really read this over the last few months. And I kind of understand why. Issue 9 and 10. I don't know. They were really weird to me. It was a little too dramatic. Like number 10, I thought was pretty dope because it got into like the other world where the robot's at, and we're trying to figure out what's going on with the main guy. It was cool, but I just feel like Radiant Black has been doing this weird dive. It's like it's getting good, and then it takes a nosedive into like what the hell am I reading? What is this garbage? And then it goes right back up. Okay, that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna tell you guys now. I'm gonna tell you right here. If issue 11 doesn't keep my interest, I'm dropping it. I think I'm gonna be done with it. I'm hoping issue 11 is like, oh man, this is gonna help you read, Radiant Red and like that crossover series that's coming. Because that's the main reason why I ended up getting Radiant Black, because I knew that was the beginning of a new Image crossover type superhero movement that they're trying to do. And I was like, yeah, dude, it intrigued me. I was like, let's do it. I really want to be a part of that. Let's see what's going on. And I know it's going to cross over with Radiant Red, and there's another superhero villain thing that's coming up later on in spring of 2022. But honestly, it's kind of wonky to me. So we'll see what happens. Moving on to this surprise right here. This is an interesting read. Now I read number 2. And I liked it, but I'm still like, what the hell? What's going on here? But a righteous thirst for vengeance. Rick Remender's latest book, art by Andre Lima Araujo. Andre Lima Araujo. This one right here is, I'm getting Hitman vibes out of this one right here. And I haven't read number 3 just yet. Number 2 was super, super, super interesting. I'm like, what is happening here? Like, is he a hitman? Is he not? Does he like what he's doing? Does he not like what he's doing? Is he feeling some kind of remorse? I don't know what's the deal. And I'm really interested to see what's going on in this series right here. I'm really looking for, actually the number 3 is something I'm really looking forward to reading like sooner than later. This is just to see what happens right here. House of Slaughter number 2 and number 3. I haven't kept up with these just yet. I need to see what's happening with Aaron, and this is the first person he fell in love with was Jace, right? This is the first person he came out to, but there's something going on with Jace, and Aaron told us at the end of the first issue he's out there to kill Jace, but this one also is more of a bigger love story than I expected it to be. But let's see what happens. Let's see where James Tynion leads us with the House of Slaughter and Aaron's adventure, which is a little weird to me still, because like, look what happened to Aaron in, I think, issue 11 of Something's Killing the Children. One of those when we don't see him anymore. Something happens to Aaron. I'm not gonna spoil it. Oh, screw it. He dies. I'm gonna totally spoil it right there for you. It's spoilers. Aaron dies, so it's really weird to see this series going on, but let's see what happens. I want to know what's going on right here, because I was expecting this to be more of an origin story for Erica, but it dived into something else. So now this is a little out of order right here, and I want to read this. The first 5 issues are super fun to me. I don't play the card game, but I've mentioned before, and I've even said that this was my read of the week once, but Magic the Gathering number 6. I do have number 7 upstairs. I haven't read it because I don't have number 6. Luckily that my comic book shop actually had a number 6 left over. I don't think that this is cover A either. I believe this is a B cover or a variant cover. so I'm gonna have to find the variant, the cover A of number 6. But I'm really liking, the story behind the different planeswalkers and the mystery behind who's killing what for whatever reason. So there's a nice little mystery going on in here. People are after these planewalkers who are like the heads of their houses or something like that, but someone's out there trying to kill them, and someone ended up getting framed. So now it's kind of like, what's going on? So it's more of like a mystery, like what's happening here. And I'm really liking the direction that Jed MacKay is going with this. Like, now, if you don't know who Jed MacKay is, and I'm hoping some people do, right now he's doing that Moon Knight series. And Moon Knight right now, okay, I'm not gonna lie, Moon Knight 1, 2, and 3. 1 and 2 were pretty cool. 3 was all right. I have number 4 and 5 that I'm gonna dive into, so I'm hoping it comes right back up. But I'm digging Jed MacKay's writing style, so I'm gonna stick with this, and I'm gonna stick with the Moon Knight and see how those go, because they have my interest for sure. They definitely have my interest. The Department of Truth, number 14. Now, this cover is kind of crazy to me. This is something slightly different than what they usually put out. So I'm wondering if this is a different artist for Department of Truth number 14. Again, I haven't done my homework, so I'm not really sure what's the deal with it right now, but you know how this one runs. This is one of James Tynion's smartest books, and I will say it's one of the smartest books out there. Maybe it's too smart, maybe it's too smart for its own good, maybe it's just trying to be smart. I definitely like the different direction and the different take, the very X-Files-esque writing to it. So let's see what happens with number 14. I'm really looking forward to this one right here. Now, this is something a lot of people have been talking about and really, really looking forward to. I picked up like number 3 a while back, thinking it was number 2. So I read number 1. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna read into this, and then realized I picked up number 3 instead of number 2. So I had to go back and find number 2. And a lot of places surprisingly were sold out. So my LCS ended up getting like another shipment because supply chain is all messed up right now, you guys. So if there's a book that you're missing, go back to the LCS and double check. Check the backlogs, because supply chain is really weird and things are coming in really weird and real wonky right now. But I was able to pick up Primordial number 2, 3, and 4. This Jeff Lemire, Andrea Sorrentino book, the very first issue was super awesome. I really enjoyed the first issue. Now I'm looking forward to reading issues 2, 3, and 4, and I'm hearing right around the river bend that this is a fantastic read. So I'm really looking forward to reading Primordials 2, 3, and 4, because the whole space monkey thing, the whole launching animals into space, they're actually alive still and not dead. I want to know what direction we're going to go in with that one right there. I'm really intrigued as to what Jeff Lemire is doing right here. So I'm looking forward to this one right here for sure. The Me You Loved in the Dark. Now, again, I'm picking up books that I didn't think they were going to be love stories, but these are a little bit more of a love story than I thought. At the end of issue number 3, it was like, whoa, they did that. Okay, well, we're going there, and that's not what I was expecting. I do like the art. I do like Scotty Young's art. I really do. Oh, I'm sorry, not Scotty Young. Jorge Corona's art. Scotty Young's writing is really, I can't really describe it. It's almost as if he's the one who has like the writer's block. He's like, look, I'm just gonna write about a person who's got writer's block and just gonna throw like a twist in there. Let's see what happens. But I'm digging this right here. I like the art. I like the story so far. I don't know what happens in 4 or 5. She's got this weird ghost relationship thing going. It's kind of kinky and freaky. Hey, look, if you're into that groovy, all good. I'm digging that you're digging it. Batman number 118. All right, so now this is the beginning of a whole new creative team right here. We have Williamson, Molina, Mori on here. This marks the beginning of a new era for Batman right here. We're leaving. We've left the James Tynion run, and look, I liked the Joker War, the leading up to the Joker War. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. The whole future state, fear state thing afterwards, I don't know. It almost felt to me like DC had an idea. They made James Tynion like, oh, look, this is what we need you to do. And then James Tynion just threw a bunch of characters at us. And it's like, okay, where are they? Where's the designer? Are you going to give us more of a Clown Hunter? Ghostmaker was actually pretty dope. I don't know. Like, they introduced a lot of characters, and I'm hoping we get to see them again. Like Miracle Molly, I thought it flopped. I thought she flopped. I wasn't happy with her. I wasn't happy with her story. I picked up her one shot. I'm like, whatever. Like, this isn't anything new. So I was really expecting something new, and it didn't really capture me. So let's see how the new team handles Batman. This felt more of a rewind or replay of what happened before, but it's going to be told through Williamson's views. I don't know what's going on with this one right here. So let's see how. I'm going to stick with Batman for at least the first 3 issues. And if it's good, I'll stick with it. If not, I think it's time for me to drop Batman because I haven't really been too happy with it. This one I'm happy though. Basilisk number 5. This came back. Basilisk 1 through 4 I thought was like really dope story. I really liked it. Cullen Bunn came through with the crazy story of 5 individuals who have superpowers that have to do with your senses. One controls sight, one controls hearing and whatnot. I like that a lot. Very anime-ish, but it's more American horror action comic booky, and I really dug Basilisk 1 through 4. I got the one chick who's after one of the people who captured one of the people, and that one person's like, oh, you don't want to do this because of this and that, yada yada yada. The one person with the one movie with the one thing with the one, you know what I'm talking about. But that's what this is right here. It really is just like supernatural, you know, people controlling senses and then one person looking for revenge. But I liked it, and I was like, wait, there's only 4 issues. What's going on to end it here? How are you going to leave us hanging? And I'm glad it's back. So Cullen Bunn and team, thanks so much for this. I'm looking forward to reading Basilisk number 5. This book is starting to become like the Last Ronin, where it's like it's supposed to be 12 issues, but they're coming out once every 2 or 3 months, and the writing and the art on it isn't exactly the best. But it's intriguing enough to continue on. So, Berserker, this is Keanu Reeves and Matt Kent's book, art by Ron Garney, Bill Crabtree's on here. Now, this one right here, I don't know anything about number 6. I can tell you this, though. Every issue past number 3, okay, well, the last 2 issues, I don't understand why I said that. But the last 2 issues, it gives you, like, his point of view. It gives you B's point of view of his past, and you're starting to unlock a little bit more about his past, and I'm digging the direction. I'm digging where it's going. Now, I have mentioned, I thoroughly believe that this book is overhyped, but I think it's also underappreciated. I think the writing of the book isn't that bad. You know, we're hearing that Keanu Reeves is the one writing it. I know it falls a lot on Matt Kent. It has to. I think Keanu's just throwing out ideas and Matt Kent just puts it on paper. Okay, whatever way you're doing it, that's fine. The last 2 issues, I was like, okay, cool. We're starting to understand a little bit more about B's past and what the U.S. government really wants. That part we kind of already tell. They want to control him. Okay, that's fine. Let's not beat around the bush. But him unlocking part of his past and him just honestly wanting to end it all, his journey of that, I like that. It hasn't hit too hard yet, but it also, I don't think that the issues were that bad. You know, they're a lot better than I thought they would be. So let's see how it goes. I'm going to stick with this all the way to the end. Whether I like it or not, I'm going to stick with this series. This is only 12 issues, so I'm just going to continue on to see what happens, all right? Crossover number 10. I didn't get to read this. At the end of number 9, it dropped, I don't want to say a huge bombshell, but it dropped major, like, crossover implications with other comic books, and you're like, wait, what the hell? Who did this? Who's the one murdering these people? And I like it. So this is another one of the books I'm really looking forward to reading right here. I'm really looking forward to getting into seeing, okay, what did you guys discover? The 2 Powers characters discovered that, spoiler alert, Batman may be involved. And I just want to know also, how did Image get, you know, the rights to be able to use Batman in their image? But you know what? I don't know what kind of deal they worked out, but something's working out, or they're just going to pay the consequences later and see what happens. But I'm really digging the direction of crossover. It's super meta, super fun. It really is fun. Like, I'm really digging it. This is one of my favorite books right here, Once and Future. I don't know anything about this issue, though. I really don't. I should have looked into it, but I didn't. But I'm looking forward to reading it nonetheless, because it's grand, it's Duncan, it's Rose. They're trying to stop King Arthur. In the last issue, I believe there was 2 kings that they thought that they were king, and they went head to head, and Arthur ended up losing that battle, but that other king ended up joining Arthur nonetheless. It was really weird. I don't understand the direction, but it's fun. It's one of the, you know, I like where it's going, and I don't care. Now, I've mentioned this book right here before. This is a ridiculous ass book to me. I really like the first 2 issues of Campese, the dragon incident, where we find out that there is a mob hitman who kind of watches the streets for the mob to make sure there isn't too much attention brought to them. But then there's this dragon that comes along and is like, I'm looking for this person, and him and his lineage went ahead and destroyed my people, so I'm going to go ahead and destroy him. So it's this really weird back and forth thing. So I don't know what happened after issue 2, and I want to know what happens here, because this is issue 3, and here's number 4 to find out what happens after issue 3. This book I'm looking forward. This book I really look forward to reading because it's just stupidly fun to me. Just ridiculously, like, are you serious? Like you're a mob person, and I get it. And there's a dragon who just wants to. What the? I don't 100% know, but I'm looking forward to it because I really liked the direction that this adventure took me in. So I'm looking forward to that one right there. Now, this one right here, this is the surprise hit of the year, right, you guys? Come on, Chicken Devil, the first issue here, like, what is happening here? So I got number 2 and number 3, so I can't wait to dive into seeing what happens with Mitch and his partner and what direction he goes in, what kind of just shenanigans happens with Mitch. He's just an everyday guy who just loses his shit because the mob killed his family, and it's not even his fault. Like, his stupid ass partner ends up owing the mob like $2 million for their chicken chain. So he's after the mob, and these covers are pretty funny to me too. I shouldn't even say funny. These cover, like issue 1 and 2. I love the colors. I love the motif. I love the blue, red, and yellow colorway that is going with this. So I'm feeling it. It's capturing my eyes, and Chicken Devil is something I'm really, really looking forward to reading, you guys. So that's it. That's my haul. That's my comic book. I'm not even going to say in the new comic book day haul. This is my comic book haul for the last couple of weeks. Now, let's get going with the mail call. Mail call. I had to do it. You know why? Because it's the mail call, and my kids actually love it when I do that. They think that I'm silly, and they're like, they even know it too. They'll watch my videos and they'll be like, today, mail call. You know what? I can't not do it. So we're going to jump into the mail call here. Now, these are things that I've collected over the last couple of weeks, right? Thank you to everyone who sent me something. A huge shout out to my boy Sam. Who was like, hey, Eman, do me a favor, send me your address. I got something for you. I want to shoot something over to you, man. And I was like, hell yeah, that's cool, man. I think he's like, yeah, it's a Christmas present. So thank you. So shout out to my boy Sam. Thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate it. I had to open his up though because it's raining over here in California, and my mailbox, there was just no place to put the box. So the mailman did his best, put the package in the mailbox. Unfortunately, there was some water in there, so I had to open it up. I went ahead and opened it up, and here we go. Some more stickers right here. That's my boy Sam, the cover collector on IG. So you guys make sure you follow him right there, okay? Because he's got some stuff that he likes to show off, and I'm digging it. He's a cool cat. I really like, talking to Sam whenever we're out in the chats, whenever we're out in the community hangouts, and he's there kicking it, and I love it. And plus, we're both from the same area in Central California, so I know what's going on with where he's at, you know what I'm saying? But he's like, hey man, I'm gonna send you something that I think you're gonna like. And I opened it up and I was like, no way, like, let me look this up, because immediately my mind, do you ever look at something and immediately your mind goes to whatever that thing is associated with, like in your head? That's what I did. So I ended up opening up this, and this is P, The Legend of Yuck Mouth from Verse Comics #1. All right. Now, super indie. We all know, yes, this is an indie book, but what's the deal? Yuck Mouth is one half of the Bay Area rap group called The Loonies. They have, technically, it's a one-hit wonder around the nation, but they have dropped some dimes here in the Bay. And a lot of people slap a lot of their music, and it's cool. Yuck Mouth even did his own side project, and it was cool, but their major hit was I Got 5 on it. This book is actually, and I did look it up, they do inspire, they take inspiration from Yuck Mouth to create this comic. And I was like, okay, I see Yuck Mouth on the cover. Is this him? And yes, sure enough, it was. So I'm like, all right, this is dope. So I haven't read this yet, Sam, thank you so much. I'm really gonna get into this. Unfortunately, you guys, yes, there was water damage when I opened it up. There was a little bit of water damage on it, and it kind of messed up with one of the corners. And as a collector, it's like, but you know what? It's cool, because you know what? It's a present, and I'm gonna appreciate it no matter what. Sam was like, look, I'm thinking about Eman here. You know, I'm pretty sure he's gonna enjoy it. And you know what? I am. I totally am. Again, it's Yuck Mouth from the Loonies, dude. I'm super happy that there's a comic book based on, you know, a group that I listen to. So I'm digging it. And Sam, thank you so much for it, man. I really appreciate it. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be a fun book to read. So if you guys haven't read it, or if you have read it, do me a favor. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys thought. You know, is it a cool read? Is it a fun read? Anyone follow the Loonies? Do you guys know what's going on with it? You know, see what happens. Let's have some fun with it, all right? Let's go on to the, I'm gonna save that one for last. I want to show you guys that one right there. All right, what's this one right here? Oh, okay. So with this one right here, I believe the hype, you know, I believe the hype. I'm like, all right, let me jump on it. Let me at least get the number one, because we don't know what's going to happen. It could mean one thing, it could mean something else, but this book is fetching a pretty penny on eBay right now. And then also one of the boys on Instagram, Cole, he was like, hey, I'm selling this, you guys want it? I'm like, yeah, you know what, let me pick up on it. Let me go ahead and grab it, because you know what, I don't want to kick myself in, you know, I don't want to kick myself in the ass later on for not picking it up. Plus, I didn't really get to see this one in the comic book, at the comic book shops. So I was like, you know what, everyone's talking about this book. Like, you know, the FOMO kicked in. And I was like, you know what, let me at least get this one right here. And Cole was like, hey, you know what, I'll give it to you at a pretty decent price. And I was like, all right, cool, you know. So I went ahead and picked up Animal Castle #1 from Ablaze, and people are comparing it to Stray Dogs. So, and I truly love Stray Dogs, and you know what, I'm not gonna be mad at someone who's kind of like doing something else that I really enjoyed already. So, you know, it could be a different take. So let's see how this one is. Let's see what's going on with this one. I've heard, you know, different things up and down, different stories about it. You know, some people really enjoyed it, other people are like, meh. Let me decide for myself, you know, and let me read this one right here, and you know, if I like it, I'll continue on. If not, then, you know, maybe something will happen with it right here. But you know what, right here, Animal Kingdom #1. He left me a nice little note here. Eman, thanks again for grabbing this book, and I hope it fits perfect in your collection. Keep up this awesome work, and hopefully we can collaborate again for sure. Cole, man, I definitely want to have you back on the show. And matter of fact, you guys, I'm gonna let you guys know now, I'm really working on a new idea, a couple of new ideas for 2022. I want to expand my channel, but I also have to slow down how many videos I make. So how can I do that? I'm gonna figure it out, you know, see what happens, because there's a lot going on right now for me, but it's not something that I'm upset about. I'm actually really happy. It's just taking up a lot more of my time, and that's worth it. It's worth it. All right, you guys, let me get into this other one right here. What is this? Oh, okay. I'm not 100% sure, and I think I brought it up. Do we continue to call Sparks, or is it Jeremy now? Because his channel isn't called Sparks Comics anymore. So, like, I see him and I say, "Hey, what's going on, Sparks?" And everyone's like, "Hey, Jeremy." I'm like, "All right, is this incorrect?" So, Jeremy and Caroline, they were doing their I think their 1,000 subscriber giveaway show once, and Caroline was like, "Hey, look, you guys." Oh no, Sparks. Jeremy was like, "Hey, look, as their giveaway, let's go ahead and do this." So they're like, all right, you guys, anyone in the chat, do me a favor, go ahead and list our very first interview here on this channel. And everyone was throwing out names, Ross, Richie, everyone was throwing out all these names. And I was like, wait a minute, hold on. I think I remember their first interview, but I forgot the name. And Sparks was like, it's very closely related to the name of the channel, which is You Promised Me Comics. I was like, You Promised Me Darkness. No, it's not Damian Connolly. I was like, oh, It's Yoakum, Damon Yoakum, I believe, like one of the creators or one of the founders of Behemoth Comics, and it's Caroline was like, "Yep, that's it right there." I was like, "Oh, dope!" So I went ahead and won something. Caroline went ahead and sent me something. And look, she even sent me. Oh, look at this. Oh, she got fancy with it. Look at that. She's got the wax right there. This is an official letter for Mr. C-List Eman with the wax seal. I'm digging this. I really don't even want to open this up because that seal is, you know what? I'm not even going to open it up like that. You know, the seal is dope. I don't want to break the seal. I don't. If I'm breaking some kind of, etiquette right here, I apologize, but I don't want to break the seal because that's dope. That is the cleanest thing I think I've ever seen sent to me. So Caroline, thank you so much. Sparks, thank you so much for both of you guys. So you guys are awesome members of the community, man. I appreciate what you guys do because you guys are super into the indie comics, and I really enjoy the indies a lot more. And whenever I pop in and listen to Sparks, listen to Caroline talk about some stuff, I'm like, yeah, either I agree or I really know what you're talking about. I'm like, super lost. Like, I don't know what's going on. Okay, cool. I'll listen to you no matter what. So whenever I can pop in, Jeremy, Caroline, thanks so much. You guys are super informative. Continue doing what you guys are doing. Let's see what Caroline sent me. She's like, thank you. Oh, snap. More stickers. I like it. Look at the stickers. Promise me dark. You promise me comics. I love it. Is this Caroline's? Caroline's comics. I was like, Caroline's games? Caroline's comics right there. Ooh, Caroline, she got her own sticker. What? C-List Eman, congrats on your giveaway win. We appreciated your support of our show and can't thank you enough for joining in on our YouTube adventure. Enjoy ENIAC. Oh, I wasn't supposed to tell you. Happy holidays. Love you. Promise me comics. Thank you so much for the support. No, man, thank you guys because you guys are doing such a fantastic job over there at You Promise Me Comics, and it's real inspiring, listening to you two. I really, like I said, I really enjoy what you guys got going on over there. Let's see, what do I have? Because this doesn't look like. Away from the face. I was supposed to get only ENIAC 1 through 4, but it looks like Caroline went ahead and sent me something a little more. Let's see. What's the deal? What's the deal here? What's going on here? All right. Where did I go? Oh crap! God. I will get this. One of these days, I'll be super graceful about this and be able to just slice these things open and be like, yeah, I got this one. All right. Oh, wait. I'm probably not gonna edit this video. This video is already pretty long as it is, so I probably can just upload it the way it is, and you guys are gonna see it for what it is, because it's my video and that's the shit that I want to do. All right, what do we have here? Oh, you know what? I've always wanted to read this one right here. So on top of ENIAC, she went ahead and sent me Red Mother #1. I've heard good things about Red Mother, so it was a good way for me to jump right into it. I think when I saw it, I think it was already issue 1. I want to say a second or third print that I saw. I don't know what print this is, but I ended up skipping it, and I was kind of kicking myself. Oh man, I really want to read it. So thank you. That's something I really wanted to get into there, Caroline. So I really appreciate it. Sparks, thank you guys so much. So yeah, so I got the ENIAC series 1 through 4 right here. This is the not first print. I know that for sure because it's got that black logo instead of the white ones right here. But it's ENIAC #1. Now there's rumors about ENIAC, so let's hope something positive goes down, because I've mentioned it before, man. Like the bad idea. Look, I won't even get into it anymore because I'm constantly like this and that about bad idea. I've already said it before. It's my other channel, so let's go ahead and move on. I just hope that genuinely some of those books really are really a lot. Something. Shit. really something that we all look forward to seeing in the future. All right, this one right here. This one I'm. Man, okay. So I will say this. My boy, this is the first time he's ever sent anything via mail like this. So he's like, oh man, I'm hoping that it comes through, and I hope it comes. I'm like, you know what, I trust you, you know, and if not, like, you know, if it doesn't come out okay, then don't worry about it, you know, because I know the risks of what I just asked you to do, and I also understand, you know, where you're at in doing this. So it's like, I'm not going to be mad. Just do your best, and it's cool. So he packed this up, and he's like, hey man, how do I pack this up? Like, this is my first time doing it, and I know how much you love these books. And I was like, look, how about this? I went ahead and sent him a YouTube video. I was like, here, follow these instructions, see if these work. So let's see if it works. Let's see if he definitely taped it up. He's like, I'm not gonna. This is my boy Aaron, man. I'm super grateful for my friend Aaron, because like we work together. I'm not gonna lie, he's a coworker, but I ended up getting him into comics like last year, like during the pandemic. And he's like, man, well, like, what is this? What's that? And I told him about my little, you know, I told him about the C-list villains. I was like, dude, you want to listen to our podcast? And he was like, dude, I really enjoy your podcast. I'm like, don't lie, you know. My coworker, I get it. He's like, no, seriously, like, I'm really digging it. I'm like, oh, cool. So I started talking to him more about comics, and then he really ran with it. He really ran with it, and I love it, because he's like introducing me to stuff, right? And I was like, man, here, dude, I think it's time for you to get your Instagram going. Like, you have enough comic books out there. You have enough things that you're collecting. Why don't you open up your Instagram? He's like, you know what? I think that's the next step. So I'm hoping that my boy Aaron opens up his Instagram so that way I can start sharing his stuff. But he was at C2E2 not too long ago, and it was one of those things where he hits me up. Like, I woke up in the morning. I woke up like at 10 o'clock in the morning that Saturday, Pacific Standard Time. So it was already like afternoon out there. And he had texted me already, and it was like a couple hours before I saw this text. He's like, look what they have. And I was like, oh, if you go back, let me know. Let me know. I will shoot you money right now if you're able to. And, you know, again, the FOMO kicked in. I see a lot of other friends out there at C2E2. I see I see the homies going up and meeting John Jang, and I see people getting stuff from Jenny Frizen, and people, you know, hanging out with Mirka Andolfo, and I'm like, man, it would have been nice to have been out there, you know. So all you people who went out to C2E2, I'm jealous, man. I'm glad that you guys got out there, but you know, I was jealous. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little jealous. But he hits me up. He's like, hey, I'm still here. Which one do you want? I was like, oh shit, if you can go back, I want these two. And he's like, okay, I'll let you know. I'll hit you right back up. And he's like, hey, got them for you. I was like, yes, hell yeah. He sends me a picture, and I was like, I am juiced. I don't believe it happened. So we'll show you guys here in a little bit. I'm gonna show you guys here in a little bit. But first, he's like, but in the meantime, I'm gonna send you some other books. He's like, wait a minute, check this out. A couple of these books I've heard of. So let's see what happens with them. Let's see what the read is like. But so included in this little order that I put in, he sends me a copy of what do you guys know about this? What do you guys think about this one? So he sent me The Order of the World, written by Dan Waters, illustrated by Danny. Oh, I heard about this one, Arkham City. Yeah. I heard Danny's just on point with her art in this one right here. So I really want to check this one out right here. But he sends me Arkham City, man, and this one's something that was, I'm not gonna lie, I saw it, I was like, it's another Batman book, but I believe it's a pretty good read, so I don't know. I'm gonna read it for sure. He's been trying to get me to read some more DC stuff, and you know, adding to my repertoire of indie books. So he went ahead and sent me this one. DC Horror presents Soul Plumber, What is this? I don't know anything about this. This is on number 1 of 5. And I I don't know what that is. So if you guys know what it is, let me know. But yeah, this number right here. Okay, thanks, man. I don't know anything. We'll read this one. But this one right here, I did hear about this, and I do love the cover of it. And this is AWA Upshot Knighted number 1. I love the Batman homage cover right here, and I've heard about this one right here, so I'm gonna dive into this one, and I'm glad that he said this one. I don't know if it's Teixeira or Teixeira. I used to go to a school with a kid whose last name was that, and they pronounced it Teixeira, so correct me if I'm wrong, correct me if I'm right. And I remember, if I'm not mistaken, he did Union, which was a 90s Image title back in the day. So, and his art was pretty dope. So I'm wondering if it's the same guy. But hey, Aaron, thank you, homie. Like, I really appreciate it. And this this is what I want to show you. So, like I said, oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. All right, so for the final thing that I want to show you guys here. He was at C2E2, and I was like, which ones? He's like, these are the ones that I see. I was like, get me 2 of these. He's like, I got you. Sends me a picture. I'm like, got it. And I don't know. I think this is 4th print or 5th. I don't know. But I know being a fan of this series, I needed to have it. So, and I believe this is a number 1 too. So this is We Live number 1. This is, I believe, a con exclusive, not to C2E2, but I want to say it is a con exclusive. And it's like, I need these. He's like, I got you, and I got them. And I'm adding this to my ever-growing We Live collection because I truly adore that comic book. I really do. A lot of people have their Spider-Mans and their Supermans and whatnot over the years. I've read stories and I really enjoyed them, but I wasn't there for Spider-Man or Superman at the very beginning. And I really enjoyed the We Live series so much. This is one of the few comic book series where I'm actually going out trying to collect different covers of it, just because I really enjoyed it so much. And then being able to talk to Inaki and Roy Miranda about their comic book, and then being super cool guys about it, like it's truly it's really joyful to be able to collect something that you really enjoy. And I truly enjoy a lot of things, almost anything that's We Live. So being able to get this right here, this in my hand now, oh man, it means a lot to me. So Aaron, my boy Aaron, man, for picking these up for me at C2E2. Thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate it. I owe you big time. I'm gonna be, I didn't do Christmas gifts as much as I should have this year, just because I got children's myself who needed that attention, But I got something going your way, Aaron, man. Thank you so much, you guys. Well, that's it right there for my long-ass new comic book day and mail haul video. Merry Christmas to everyone out there, because this is, like I said, recorded on Christmas Day. Now, remember, before I let you go, I do co-host the C-List Villains podcast. We do record every Monday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Pacific time on YouTube. So make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for our C-List Villains podcast, so that way you guys get notified anytime we drop any one of those new videos. AJ, Luke, Red, man, we're all out there. We just did a review on Spider-Man. It's shenanigans, pure shenanigans whenever we're up on there, guys. So make sure you guys follow that. We're pushing too. We're on the road to 200. So make sure you guys, share anything C-List Villains out there, because now we want to try to get the C-List Villains over 200 subscribers, you guys, okay? All right, you guys, that's it for this right here. Thank you so much. Happy holidays. Happy New Year, because I don't know if I'm going to make another video after this one right here. Love everyone. Thank you guys again for watching these videos. And until the next issue, deuces.